Yes. Which one? Yeah, I will. Okay. Is that better for you? All right, I'm gonna leave this light on, okay? Hey, who's here? How you doing, everybody?
No.
Dustin, how you doing? Nicholas Wong, of course. Good to see you, buddy. Really good to see you. Uncle Jack. Do you mean Uncle John? I think you might mean Uncle John. Uncle John is doing great. Look at this. 1, 2. I know Uncle Jack actually meant Uncle John. but even below that, there's a couple more comments down. Uncle John. Hey Jack, what's happening with Uncle John? Can we get more videos with you and Uncle John? That's great. That's incredible. I literally was out to see him, and Aunt Tina had gone through surgery, which was successful. We didn't. Did we do it? Yeah, we did. I think when I went live with him in Arizona out of his camper. I don't know if anybody saw that. Nicholas Wong. I know that Nicholas Wong saw it, and because I definitely remember he was there. Good to see you, buddy. San Antonio, how you doing, Eddie? Jessica Van, I'm not sure how to like Luyk. How would you pronounce that? Like, not sure how to pronounce that. I don't want to mess it up, Jessica. She said my childhood YouTuber. I'm glad I could be a part of your childhood. I get that a lot now. I've been doing this long enough that people come to me all the time, and some people forget that I'm still around, and they go, "Are you still making videos?" What is that smell? Hopefully, that's a reference to one of my favorite videos that I did actually, and I think I only did it once. And what's that? What does it smell like? What's that smell? Yes. Thank you guys so much. If anybody has any questions, please. Amber Hernandez, how are you doing? Amazing to see you here. Man, you guys are remembering some really good videos. KJ. That's so funny, dude. I can't even remember if that video did well. The dirty underwear prank still to this day. And I have to tell you, some of those videos, I watch them after it's been a long time. And I watch them and I just think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. It was so funny and gutsy, some of them. But yeah, the dirty underwear prank, if you don't know what we're referencing, it's a pair of underwear that we bought from the store, and we rubbed pudding and chocolate, in a certain area of it, and it looked pretty bad. And then we drove around the parking lot, and I asked people with the window rolled down, hey, where you know where the laundromat is? But I was holding on to these nasty, these dirty underwear. And anyway, it was funny because I would just be like, here, just hold this for me for a second. And sometimes without even thinking, people would be, I got this one guy, he's holding on to it, and it just looks ridiculous on camera, But anyway, no, I have never met Humor Bagel. I've never met him. I've talked to him. I've talked to him before. I've talked to him on the phone, but no. Jessica said, "I'm 22 now." Gosh, Jessica, that is so wild. That means you were. Oh, wait, is that right? Wait, is the math off? Have I been doing? You were like 4. Yeah, you're 22. I started this roughly 18 years ago. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I was telling someone the other day about the prank call from years back when you had called my wife, but answered myself. Hey, listen, so I'm going to tell you guys something real quick. Feel free to ask questions. I'm going to try to answer as many of them as possible. The lighting I'm not real happy with the lighting. You're going to see these bags under my eyes. But anyway, in the description of this video, hopefully you can see the description. There's a coupon code in there. If you would like to buy one of these, a Pooter, I'm going to show you in this video how to use it. I'm going to show you some of the voices that I do. I'm going to start doing prank calls again, which I'm really excited about. I've been doing them lately. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start calling you after you buy a Pooter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call fans and customers who buy a Pooter, and either just to say hi and also to ask, do you have a loved one that you would like me to prank? And I'm going to get some information about this said loved one, and we are going to develop a prank. It's not going to cost anything. I'm going to just do it. And it's just my way of kind of, wanting to get back into prank calls. And I've always loved the idea of calling people and pretending to, to have the ability to develop an entire prank around somebody because you have the information is awesome. It's just awesome. So, yeah, so we're going to do that. As I look through some of these.
You gotta shut your phone off.
What's going on, huh?
Just turn your phone off.
My phone? Yeah, but it's synced to the laptop, so it's going to keep dinging like that.
Oh, your laptop is dinging?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was your phone.
Nah. Are you just loving all the comments?
Yeah.
So Jasmine's back here, and I'll tell you this story in a few minutes. Anyway, have you kept in touch with Ed Bassmaster? I really haven't. I get that question a lot. It's been a long time since I've been in touch with him. I've owned my Pooter for like 10 years, Randy said. Amazing. A bumblebee with a futon riding bicycle. That's a good one. That's a good one. When I use the Pooter, it becomes a high-pitched sound. Okay, fair enough. Okay, you're not alone. Don't feel bad. I will tell you, it's just going to take a little practice, and I'm going to show you. In fact, I can show you right now how to make your Pooter sound good. This is what you got right here, and I'll prove it. Look at the back. It says on the back, what does it say? Farts.com, okay? And the Pooter, you see that? Okay, so I'm going to show you. It's a little high-pitched, right? Okay, it's getting better. All right, this is it. I'm going to show you something. I have this. Pooter wax. Wax for your Pooter. This is how Pooter Wax can help you. It is a sticky, waxy substance that and it's vanilla. Watch this. Just rub a little bit. I'm going to show you around the rim there. Okay. And it should start to stick to your hand and give you a deeper tone. The reason that happens is because it's giving the pooter a way to stick more to your hand. That's why that happens. Listen. So the person who said that they're having a hard time and they're just getting a lot of squeakers, Pooter Wax helps quite a bit. You can get that on the website, but you don't have to. Another way to go about it is to hold it in your hand and slightly apply pressure. This is a really underrated technique. Put a little bit of pressure here and just wait. You got to be patient though. I mean, you got to be willing to put a little pressure, not a lot of pressure, just a little. You can see there's a little dent there, just barely. It's giving your hand like a slight workout, not really a big deal. And then in about 3 minutes, 4 minutes maybe, you're going to start to realize it's heating up a little bit. It's like it's getting kind of warmer, and then you're going to get a nice deep tone. Ooh, a little airy tone there. Listen. And then this is my favorite. I put too much wax on it. It's starting to slide off my hand. You got to be very careful about that when you do. Just a little bit. Don't do too much. You overdo it. Some people will try, like, they'll put Vaseline on it. Bad idea. I've never, ever once said put Vaseline on it, ever. Because that'll make it slippery and slide around. You don't want that. You want it to stick. That's how to make it work, okay? Thank you for the laughs over the years, Jack. I remember you making, oh, that's so great. That's amazing. So listen, I'm going to tell you something real quick, and then I'm going to answer a bunch of these comments, okay? In the description right now, there is a special link that will do two things. If you use this link in the description to buy a Pooter tonight, here's what will happen. Number one, you'll get 10% off. Number two, I'm going to call you and I'm going to say, thank you for buying a Pooter. And you're going to give me information about a loved one if you want to. You don't have to. But if you got somebody in your life who needs to be pranked, I would be more than happy to prank them. And I'll ask you for their information and I will record it, of course. And I have been dying to do more prank calls and give folks a hard time and what have you. And so I will get their information and call them and see what we can put together here. And it'll be great. I will never forget the one where you raised your leg and lost your balance and fell. I feel like I did that a few times. At the end of your last video, was that your daughter and your son? Yes. That was my daughter Jasmine and my son Jackson, and they were goofing around in the store. How is Uncle John? He's good. He's good, Roger. He's doing great. We're going to be doing some Unchap here very soon, and I'm excited to give you some news about that. Happy you came on, made me smile. I had an accident on my hand, was cutting a box open and chopped the tip. Oh, no, don't say that. That's terrible, Amber. Man, what a bummer. Gosh, that's awful. Speaking of chopping the tip of your finger, did you know that happened to Uncle John? Uncle John is actually, I forget which finger it is. I think it's this one. He has no fingertip. He put his, I don't know what he thought, why he thought this wouldn't happen. He put his hand in a lawnmower. It's a true story. I don't know how much he's talked about this, but he wouldn't know a lot, actually. He has talked about it a lot. But you never know who comes onto these live things. Sometimes the same people who saw the last one, or lives from years ago. Sometimes it's completely new set of people, except for Nicholas Wong. Nicholas Wong jumps on every single time, right at the beginning. Videos, lives, you name it. So thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate you, brother. But Uncle John chopped his finger off in a lawnmower, and that's a true story. So about that much of his finger is gone, which is why his pinky and whatever that finger's called is about the same size. Yeah, and it's not because the pinky grew, it's because the other finger was chopped off in a lawnmower. That's right. I had a really fun time getting to, even under the circumstances, and Aunt Tina's doing great. She's recovering. But getting to be with Uncle John for a few days was unbelievable. It really was. Farting in the hood. That's funny. The first time farting in the hood video that I did was with Roman Atwood and Dennis Rohde when they were still teamed up back in the day, and I went out to Ohio. Okay, let me read some of this here. Let me know if you do buy a Pooter. Try to let me know. Leave a comment here if you don't mind, so that I know to go look for it. I will call you tomorrow. It's getting a little late now. It's 10 o'clock where I am. I'm on Eastern time at the moment. But give me a heads up so that I know to look for your order tomorrow. And actually, it'll be easy for me because I will see this is a specific coupon code that I created. And the coupon code is YT for YouTube, YT Live. And the link, actually, you don't even need to know that, because if you click the link in this description, it'll take you right to the Pooter. Whatever you buy is 10% off. And then I will go there tomorrow and I'll see it. It's as simple as that. Ring finger, left hand, but I'm better now. Seeing a legend. Oh, thanks. Seeing a legend like you. Come on, Amber. Thank you. I appreciate that. The link is in the description. Is it not? Can you not see the description? Maybe because this is live, you can't see a description. I don't know. I just added the link. That is the link that takes you directly to the Pooter so that you can buy it. And Scotty Grau, I appreciate this, brother. From Michigan, I've had my Pooter since 2018. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. And thank you for the support. I appreciate the super chat. And yeah, thank you so much. If Uncle John's mustard prank, oh, I know that one's good. The mustard prank is awesome. Is Uncle John from Long Beach? He's not, actually, but he lived in Huntington Beach for a long time when we lived in Huntington Beach. And so he and I would film in Long Beach quite a bit. I wish I could print KHATSKE. I am on your store now. Awesome. Thank you. Then I will call you if you end up buying a Pooter or buying something, anything on the website, I will call you tomorrow. Even if it's this, even if you have a Pooter and you would like your Pooter to work better, you can even buy this Pooter wax. Or you could buy it as a set or something like that. I think I ran into him. Please say hello from Brazil. Hey, hello. Hello, Brazil. When you make the nonsense videos, how do you come up with some of that stuff? And how'd you come up with the idea to do those videos? Good question. The idea for nonsense came from high school. I went to high school with a friend of mine, Jeremy, and we were so stupid and said so many dumb things. We would actually write ridiculous letters on paper that made no sense in class. Stories. Someday I'll get into it. I don't even know if the world is ready for this. It's hard to explain, but it was. We thought it was the funniest thing in the world. I still think about this stuff that we wrote about and talked about to this day, and I think it's hilarious. But the problem that I had was going back to class. Somebody could read some of our writings between each other. If somebody intercepted a letter or a note or something, they would have not understood what was on the paper. It wasn't even a code that we understood. It was just the most absurd, most ridiculous writings and speech patterns. Words did not belong in those places. I mean, and I just remember that, and we thought, would anybody else in the world think that this is funny, or is it just us? So we would be like in between classes, and we'd be by the lockers or something, and we would read. I'd write something, I'd give it to him, and he'd read it, and I would die laughing because I knew it. I knew what my writing said, and that he was cracking up. I knew he was going to think it was funny. So, and then we would be thinking about this stuff for the rest of the day. So we'd go back into class, and my history teacher, I remember, was a guy named Mr. I gotta pronounce this right because it's a horrible. This name, Mr. Hoffecker. It's real name Hoffecker. I'm sure you could look up the name. It's a real name, Mr. Hoffecker, and you can imagine what we all thought of that. But anyway, I would be sitting in his class, and he would be on some serious subject. He was a very serious man too, great big man, and it would be, he brought Schindler's List in or something, something very, very serious. And I would be thinking about what just happened in the hall or the class before with my buddy, with Jeremy. And I would just lose it at the most inappropriate times. I would just start laughing because my brain could not catch up to what was going on in school. That was me. I couldn't take anything seriously, so I wasn't a great student, and that's an understatement. I don't know how Jeremy graduated. Quite honestly, somehow he kept it together, and he kept, he graduated, and did good. I think he got really good grades and did, but anyway. So why did I say that? That's where nonsense has been in my brain since about high school, when I developed this weird sense of humor. And so me and my buddy Jeremy Zorb, I have to look him up, see if you could find the guy. Jeremy Zorb. Some of my most fun times in high school were with Jeremy Zorb and Isaac Irvine was a good friend of mine who I think he works for GoDaddy now, actually. Make sure hey, thanks, man. Oh, dude, you didn't have to do that. Thank you for the additional super chat. I almost said Snapchat by mistake. Don't say that. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. God bless you. When do you feel you peaked on YouTube? What a great question. I think it's a hard question, I think. I guess it's not that hard. I was going to give it a time frame, like this year to this year was the best. Yeah, but I don't think I have to. I think 2014. I think 2014 was probably the prime. there was a lot going on. By 2012, I had my own TV show called Bloopers, and it was kind of a dream to film that because I got to be a producer on it. And, you know, of course, I did all of the hidden camera segments. Dean Cain hosted the show, and it was a really fun show to do because it was a Dick Clark Productions show. And when I was a kid, I used to watch Bloopers and Practical Jokes. And Dick Clark Productions, everybody knew who Dick Clark was, and that was the show that everybody watched. It was a kind of a hidden camera show. And anyway, so they had reached out, and funny enough, actually, the reason they reached out was through Rhett and Link. Nobody knows that. We shot 40 episodes of this TV show, and it was all because Dick Clark Productions, I think, they got a hold of Rhett and Link. Rhett and Link was really big at the time. And they said, hey, do you know anybody who might be good for like a prank show? And Rhett and Link said, yeah, you should call Jack Vale. And they had reached out, and I think I'm remembering this correctly. And I got right back to them. I said, thanks you guys for doing that. They said, yeah, sure. And next thing you know, we had a deal with Dick Clark Productions for Bloopers. And they said Dean Cain was hosting it at the time, and I was a fan. I thought that was great. And they asked if I would do all of the hidden camera segments. And there was 2 prank segments in every half-hour episode. So we shot 40 episodes, but we did about 80 of those those candid, pranks. And that was in 2012. By 2013, I did the social media stalking videos, the social media experiment, and those blew up. That was the game changer in 2013. But it lasted for about a year. And so I was making my rounds, doing a bunch of late night, shows and everything, and doing all that in 2013 to 2012. Also to 14. Also in 2012, I did the Grammys, which was with was it Jimmy? George Lopez. For him, I went to the Grammys and got to interview people on the red carpet right next to Guillermo from Jimmy Kimmel Live. And that's when I first met Guillermo there. It's been a wild thing. And then in 2014, we had our TV show, a reality show. And so I feel like after the reality show, we got picked up for a second season, and it was doing really great. And then our production company was Relativity Media at the time, and they did Catfish and all these some other big shows, and they filed bankruptcy right weeks before, like 2 or 3 weeks before we started shooting the second season. It was just over. Everything was just over, and so it's a rough business, man. It's a really really difficult business. Anyway, there you go. There's all of that. Habba baba. Every once in a while, I still see somebody who goes, Habba baba. Good evening, sir. I enjoy your videos a lot. Whenever I feel tension in the air work, I tend to get a loud one from the 1986 vault. Go out. Sometimes people are eating for effect. Okay, cool. Nice. Jack, I'm surprised you haven't been on Impractical Jokers. Well, I don't know. Do they do that? I think they're all kind of like the 4 friends, right? Is that show still on? Anybody know? Do you ever make it to Tampa? I always look out for you when I go to Walmart. Peter. So no, I've never been to Tampa. I'm in Florida now. I go to Orlando a lot, and right now I'm in Jupiter. So how do you develop your voices for prank calls like the old man and woman? I've tried doing those voices, but they're surprisingly hard. You make it look so easy. I can try to see if I can kind of explain it. It is kind of hard because I feel like it's hard to teach people how to do certain voices because some people it just comes natural. Like I wish I could have just learned how to do some of these voices, and then I could probably teach others. I can kind of explain it. I don't know if it'll help. But like the old man voice, you're building a character, and so when you build a character, it's not just changing your voice, because a lot of people will change their voice to the old man, and it's pretty to an old man, and it's pretty easy to go, uh, "Man, oh, would you, hey, Sonny," that's a real typical like old man voice kind of thing. Just about anyone can do that voice. Um, uh, Jimmy Stewart was on an old talk show a long time ago, many years ago, and he read a poem about his dog, Bo, I think his dog's name was, on the air. And I remember he read this poem so beautifully. And as he was reading the poem, I remember reading it, saying the words just moments, after he would say them, and I would follow along a little bit. And I was like, oh, I think I could do this. And that's what kind of developed into the old man. So when I'm talking like this, you can't really tell that I could do that. But if you half of the problem is you have to slow your speech down. So when I'm talking like this, the old man would probably say, when I'm talking, you got to really slow it down and stretch it out, and then you can start to slur your words, and instead of saying, you change the way you say your s's and stuff like that, and pretty soon you find a little bit of a rasp down in there. You got to always make sure if a word ends on r, you can't say you got to say oh. So when I don't have any idea if what I'm saying makes sense, but if you go, I'm an old man. I'm an old man. So the pronunciation of your words, it's important. And you can't look normal when you say it, because you're doing a character, and characters, you're contorting your mouth and your tongue and your everything inside of your mouth, your jaw. So I would recommend doing that. Oh, you start to like coughing almost, and if you order one of these here, what I'm going to do tonight is you will get a discount on your Pooters. But when I look at the website tomorrow and I see that you have indeed purchased your Pooters, I'm going to call you as well. And I'm going to find out if there's somebody in your life that you would want me to pull a prank phone call on the telephone. And I'll get information about that person, and I will go ahead and call them and give them a hard time. And I'll record it, and I'll let you know about it, and I will post it on the internet for the world to see. And that's about that. What's really funny is sometimes I had a hard day or a long day or something, or if I'm struggling to do something, my kids will hear a little bit of old man Harry come out accidentally, and I don't even mean to do it, but even that happens, sometimes. Anyway, that's old man Harry. I don't know if that helped at all, but I wanted to respond to that. What was the debt for in your debt collector prank call? So it wasn't my debt, and I don't know which call you're talking about, but because I've done several of those, but what I had laundry going. What I would do, I eventually reached a point where I was purposely trying to get on every callers list. And before you knew it, somehow my number got mixed up with other debt collectors and they would call. I've had people call me thinking I applied for a job and they were interested in interviewing me. You name it. I've just been on every list, it seems like. And so for a while, I would just know that I would get 5 to 10 calls every single day. Today, it's a little bit harder today because now they're kind of privy to when people are just messing with them. So you have to be more believable than ever. There is a girl who's really funny on TikTok, and her name is gosh, I cannot think of her name, but she is really funny. She has like an old lady smoker voice. I don't know if you guys, maybe that rings a bell with some of you. I don't know. But anyway, she's Sarah something maybe. Anyway, let me see. Like a 95-year-old old Jack Nicholson. Yeah, that's right. Pooter doesn't see. Hey, what's going on, Tito? I like the one where the landlord lady prank was okay if you were a murderer, but not a smoker. Dude, that was a good call. I'm trying to think, was that even a video? Or was that just an audio call? I can't even remember. That call was like, I feel like that was almost 20 years ago. When you were ordering Chinese food, sweet chicken with orange sauce. Yeah. Yeah, it probably was like 15 years ago. Bring back Unchap. I totally agree. I'm going to. Hey, thanks, Amber. Amber, do you know about this shirt? Do you know what this is from? If you do, tell me where this shirt is from. Tell me what it's about. Watched it a few weeks ago. Oh, nice. Hey, it's Jeff. The wife and I are going to be there tonight. It's going to be about 30 minutes late. We'll bring the chips. Dude, what is wrong with me? Why am I not doing those videos today? Is that real? I don't know. Is the Spider-Man trailer out? I don't know. Love the graphic design. I don't know where it's from. You know what, Amber? I think it's from Olin Rogers. Is that his name? I think he had some kind of I really know nothing about it. It's nothing I've ever seen before I saw this shirt. Olin Rogers, I know, is a content creator, and he had a soda shop in Nashville that he opened. And right after I moved to Nashville, I went into that soda shop. It has since, I know, been destroyed by a tornado a few years back. But he sold merch in his soda shop, and I got this from his shop. Nope. Not going to get punched in the face again. Brandon Queen. How you doing, buddy? Neon Arcade. I miss you too, man. How are you doing? Brandon, I'd love to reconnect with you. See what you're up to these days. My email is, I'll put it in here. It's probably not different from the last time. Guys, here's the link to buy a Pooter. If you get one now, using this coupon code, you will get a discount. In addition to, I will call you tomorrow personally. It will be me. I'll call you on the phone, and we'll see if we can orchestrate a prank call on somebody that you love or don't love. Thank you, Swellin Sausage. All right. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Kids are great. Thank you. I do remember Steve Irwin, of course. From Sacramento. Cool. Ooh, that's a good one. I still remember the prank you did with your daughter, the singing lessons. Yes, I was the worst dad in the world in that video. Funny video, though. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. I get comments sometimes about this. It doesn't work like in the videos. Now, I want you to think about that statement for just a second. It doesn't work like in the videos. It's kind of a double, it kind of doesn't really make sense. Here's why. If it was an electronic item with a button you push and they were just all broken, then it would make sense why mine works in the videos and yours does not. So this that I'm using right now is the exact item that we send to customers, okay? Watch. It definitely works. Now, Pooter wax is amazing, but I'm gonna show you something, a little secret, okay? This is when you get the high-pitched sounds, especially in cold weather, but this is the high-pitched sound. Still pretty believable, listen. Okay? But this is it. Even higher. Now watch this. That's all I did. See what you can do? All I did was a little dab. Little dab, that's it. That's all I did. And you get that. So it's kind of a cheat, but it's totally worth it because it helps, you know. So somebody here is saying put Vaseline on it. I don't find that to be helpful personally because Vaseline makes it slide all around, and it doesn't really, you need something that sticks. Too much wet is bad. Too much of this is bad. You got to do just enough, just a little bit, just to give it that like little and okay. So it's okay to say, I can't get it to work like Jack does in the videos. That's acceptable. I get that. But to say that it just doesn't work, like it's the problem of the product, it's not. It actually does. Anyone can do it. Now, that doesn't mean that some people don't need more practice than others. They do. Sometimes people need to practice with it some people get it right out of the package and they're immediately great at it. Some people take 5 minutes to an hour. practicing with it to find the right sound. Other people, they get tired after 2 days. They're just sick of it and they've had enough and they just can't do it. But if you know the technique and you study the technique, you read the back of the package, go online, look at the tutorials, watch them carefully, and keep practicing, you will eventually get it. If you don't give up and you keep practicing, you will get it. I promise. If I can do it, millions of other people can do it. I promise you, you can do it. There you go. Your name reminds me of Jack on Three's Company and Will and Grace. Well, yeah, I could see that. Anyone's name who is Jack? Look, I'm going to be coming by tomorrow and checking the lawn and hedges. Got to make sure everything's up to code. Frank Downey has us working in this area. You know what? No. Notes from the path. I don't know who you are. Okay. Frank said absolutely nothing to us. Nothing to us. And Frank, as you know, is a man of his word, and he keeps in pretty good communication with us, especially over here in Precinct 3, Unit 3. I said precinct. He doesn't like us to say precinct, but I said Unit 3. But so you need to calm down. Okay. How does it feel to be a legend? No, Amber, you're too kind, too sweet. I can't answer that question because it's just not true. Okay. All right. Jack Vale, you have brought me so many years of laughter in my darkest. Oh, that's nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. The parent-teacher conference video you made 15 years ago with Ed Bassmaster still cracks me up. Thank you. That's one of my favorites too, man. I don't know if that video might play a little different today if we uploaded that today. I don't know. I mean, it still lives on YouTube, so I don't know. But yeah, that was fun. That was, I think, the first video, certainly one of them for sure, that I ever shot with Ed. And I remember it being very difficult to shoot that video because I didn't know that kiss was coming. Ed just did that. And I was committed, for the sake of comedy. I just did not. I was like, oh, here we go. All right. And then even in the video, if you watch the video, you can see me turn my head so quick because he really caught me off guard by doing that. But also in the video, I had a hard time keeping it together. People always say, how do you keep a straight face? Because in most of the videos I do, but there are times when I can't keep a straight face. I have the same struggles, the same struggle that a lot of people have. You watch these actors in a movie or TV show, and they're sometimes doing a serious scene and something funny hits them, and then pretty soon the whole room is cracking up. And or Saturday Night Live, you watch these guys who are great at what they do, but it's just sometimes too much. When they break character, they start laughing. It's the funniest thing to watch, really. And those are some of the most famous parts of SNL, I think, from history. But anyway, that was one of the moments that I had a hard time keeping it together. So if you go back through and watch that video, you'll see me crack a smile quite often, actually. How do you get a loud sound out of the Pooter? I'm gonna show you the best thing that you can do. This is the Pooter. You remember that old? I don't know how old you guys are, but there was an old commercial in the 80s that said, "This is your brain," and then it was an egg, and then it was, "This is your brain on drugs," and they'd crack the egg and put it in the frying pan. It'll shh. This is your brain. Crack. Psh. This is your brain on drugs. Shh. And they'd say, "Any questions?" This is the Pooter. This is the Pooter with Pooter wax. Any questions? And you can even make it deeper. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Jim Vale. Jim Vale. Gosh, I had so many, I've had so many people recently. So Jim Brewer and I know each other, actually. And it's a good friend of mine and just an incredible guy. And people walk up to me and ask me if I'm him, and they do the same thing to him. And sometimes right there on the spot, we'll make a video of that happening and send it, to the other and swap videos. And so anyway, it's it's fine. I think it's great. It's funny. It's really fun when that happens. The water sound in the background when you walk away. Ron Black said, I haven't done that in a while. Originally, I did it when I first started this, I think. But it was to get this water here. How many people can say that they make a living doing fart pranks? God has blessed you with the gift of spreading laughter and extinguishing the fires of anger. Wow, you're the best out there, Jack. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I do. I was just talking to my friend who I have shot with a lot in the past, Christian Busave. And he is one of my favorite people to work with, to act in anything with. And we were talking about the incredible gift of laughter, that God has given us. I'm convinced that laughter should not be optional. I think it's something that we actually need in our lives. And I think if somebody spends too much time on serious stuff and doesn't let it out and just bring their shoulders down and relax, and everybody needs a nice big belly laugh once in a while, And so the reason I like this is because I think it is a shortcut to making people laugh. Jokes are another real good thing, telling jokes. But this thing right here is definitely a shortcut to laughter, because you can be in the most remarkably tense situation. It could be some kind of a meeting, or whatever, and just if things get a little awkward or weird, and in the right moment, people just lose it. Everybody relates to it. So I love it, Jim is awesome. I agree. Lance Stewart. No, I don't think so. Wait, I know that name. Lance Stewart. Yeah, I think I do know that name somewhere. Yes, it will. It will always bring laughter. I don't get how someone can look at you when you use the Pooter Walmart and don't laugh. I don't either. Sometimes I see these people every once in a while, and they'll just look at each other and be like, and they'll just go about their business. And they'll sometimes both have the same expression on their face, like, oh, imagine growing up in that family. Like I couldn't even imagine. Or sometimes you get the two friends, and one of the friends is just appalled by the sound, and the other one just thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. And I sit there scratching my head going, how are you friends? How did you meet? What scenario? Like I can't, there's a band that I really like, and I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to go into details. Very well-known rock band. One of the people in the band, one of the band members, they've been together for decades. One of the band members thinks that this is the funniest thing ever. Huge fan, thinks it's great. Laughs at it, has one. He's really good at it. Not going to tell you who it is. And he told me that the other person, another person in the band, is the kind of person who, if he hears that sound, he will get up and walk out of the room, which appalled by it. It's a rock and roll band. I couldn't believe my ears. It's the funniest thing. I don't know. It's very, very interesting. You just don't know what their sense of humor is. Yes, I'm gonna be doing a lot more prank calls. All right, I'm going to see something real quick. What? What are you laughing at?
A video I saw. I'll show you later.
All right. Yes, Bud. Bud or Buddy? Bud? Can you bring I'm Married and See You Tonight back? Yes, absolutely. In fact, I plan to go out and shoot both of those. Is it this week? Next week. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. It kind of depends. We're in a weird weather, right? The weather's kind of weird this week, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out for sure. But I will. I definitely will. Or I'm Not Gay. I was worried about that video. So I did I'm Not Married first. And then I thought, oh, what if I step it up and I do that too? Guys, that might be kind of funny. And it was. Are Rosie and Mr. Montgomery still alive and well? I know they are getting on in years. All right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. They are. Gosh, they were old 20 years ago. just imagine. I think they're doing pretty good, sweetheart. I think my husband is very wonderful, and I think he's still living and kicking and everything. So, if you have questions about it, maybe I can answer them here on the internet, because I think everybody's wonderful. And hopefully, we will live for many, many years to come. I like the ones where you dress like the old man. I do too, Jason Carter. Yeah, I do too. The mask is all the masks that I got in the past they're so thick. They're kind of hard to, really talk through. Well, thank you, Infinite Love 767. I appreciate that. I love you too. Thank you so much. Aaron's life with Luna has to go to bed, but Jack is the best. And good night, Jack and Chad. Thank you for years of laughs. Thank you. God bless you. Appreciate it. See, that was a little bit of the old man coming out. See, God bless you. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Jack, has there been any reactions too crazy to upload to YouTube? Well, let me think. I don't think anything would be too crazy to upload to YouTube no matter what, because if anything happened, if anything got out of hand and there was like a language thing or something like that, I would just obviously bleep it out. I don't think anything's ever happened that was too bad for YouTube, because I would just censor it if I had to. Shaking hands, never letting go is so funny. Dude, you've seen all my videos. Does Uncle Jack still prank in public? Uncle John is who you mean. Somebody else said that, or maybe that was you earlier. Uncle John, yes. Uncle John, yeah, he fixed it. I see he fixed it now. Not really, Uncle John has not really done videos in a long time, but he and I are about to bring Unchap back, which I'm really excited about. And then not very long ago, we went to Las Vegas, and he lives out in Arizona, just a couple hours away. So he and I went out and spent the day having some fun out there. And that's a video going. It's about a 16, 17-minute video actually, and it's going to go up. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably put it up tomorrow. Will you continue to bring us joy? I hope so. We need more people like you on this planet. That's incredible influence. Oh, you are so kind. Infinite love. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Very nice. I loved the farting of the dentist video. Wow. Hey, Zach Bruner. Wait a second. Zach Bruner. Zach, did you? Yeah, you did. I think you didn't you sign up recently for the phone, for my phone number, for the texter thing. Hypno Pooter video, dude. This neon arcade guy. Oh, Brandon. Thanks for the super chat, brother. You didn't have to do that, but yeah, man, dude. I know I still have that video. I have to call. I got to tell you what happened with that, because that's been a long time. But yeah, let's talk about that. Hit me up. You got I put my email there. Did you get it? I think you got it. I'm going to show you guys something. Hang on. Let me see. Okay. All right, I'm going to put this in the chat for you guys, okay? So hang on. Get ready. Wait, see if Zach wrote back. Let me look. Zach Bruner. All right. Yes, that's how I remember your name, actually, because I was texting you, I think. So I'm about to post this right now here. I set up I set up a text number for SMS so that if you guys want to reach out to me, you can directly and personally. Here's the crazy thing. Right now, I can pick and choose some of the comments and I can respond to some of them and all that. But I set up a phone number, so that we could communicate, more specifically and individually, which sounds crazy because there's a lot of numbers, but I kind of know that I'm not going to be able to do it forever if it continues to grow. But for now, I figure if I spend an hour a day responding to these messages, then it should be manageable for at least a couple more weeks. And so I've been having incredible conversations with people. And what's funny is people will text me, it's a marketing thing, right? Like if you text a word to, a certain keyword or whatever, you get notifications about stuff and you get links and you get, whatever. Well, that's true for me too. I have a marketing thing and I'll send coupon codes and, stuff like that. But I have access to the platform. So I'm able to see everybody who actually comes on. And so I'm about to post it in the chat here so you can see what the number is. And then I can prove it to you on the app. Okay. So I can go on here and I will see that you are writing to me, and I can even verbally comment back to you right here. Watch, here we go. Boom. Text Jack, the word Jack, to 855-936-1991, which is really a cool year. 1991 is the last four numbers, by the way. Okay, 1991. That's the year I should have graduated high school, but did not. And which is another story for another time. But I am gonna go on here. Hold on. And I'm gonna show you, because I'm sure some of you are gonna do it. I just want to prove that it really is me. Oh, am I signed out? Doggone it. All right, hold on. I'll get in there. Don't worry. Sledge the Clown. Watched for 12 years. Can't wait for more Unchap. Love it, dude. Thank you so much. Then you're going to be very happy with what we are doing. Should I show it? Should I hint? I kind of want to hint to you what this is. There is something in the works for Unchap that's coming up. Give me a sec. Let me do this. All right. Okay. Yep, you're doing it. So somebody just texted me. Please text the name. You're supposed to text the name Jack to me, because it sends an auto thing back that says, okay, you agree that it's okay to text you. Because now I'm not really supposed to text you until you do that. But I'll do it because I know you meant well. But there's certain regulations I got to abide by and everything like that. Can you say, I guess, in the old man voice? I guess. If you say so. All right. That was, I don't know who you are. Hold on. What's your name? All right, there you go. Now I can, because I'm sure you heard that right now, so you're probably going to get back to me right here. And give me your name, and then I can put your name in here and associate it with the number that you just wrote to me from. And as soon as you do, I had an uncle named Eric. This is good. Oh, okay, Parker. Okay. Oh, wait. Pineapples and oranges as well in the drawers. I had an uncle named Eric. What is that from? I feel like that's actually from something. Did I say that in a video? Why is that so familiar to me? Anyway, okay, Parker. Is your name Parker? Wait. Is your name Parker? Yeah, that's right. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm understanding it right. Yep. Okay. Yes. Okay. Parker. All right. Set. See, now Parker is associated with. Yeah. Got it. All right. Sweet. So the reason I'm doing this right now, just so you know, is because people are like, all right, I signed up for something. Jack asked me to, so I did it. He'll probably send me some crap, or I don't know. But people don't think that it's really me. And I'm not saying it's always going to be me. It's going to reach a point where I'm not going to be able to read every single one. But I can guarantee that I'll go on there for an hour, maybe a half hour if I have to bring it down to that eventually, to respond to as many people as I possibly can. So if you would like to do that, please opt in to the number. I'll post it one more time. Boom. I just posted it again. Text Jack, all caps, to 855-936-1991. 855-936-1991. Okay. I don't know if you're receiving my messages, but I'm a huge fan and I've been following you for years. You have changed the way I look at life, Jack. I love you, Emily. Thank you. Emily. Not going to say anybody's last name on here. Don't know if I can. All right. And save. Boom. Now I have you in my contacts. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate that so much. Send. Boom. See? We're really doing it. Parker wants to know if I ever have pancakes in the morning. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Always. Lee? Oh, nice. Pyro's girl. Okay. Let's see. Got you in here. Thanks for opting in. Send. Boom. The funniest thing was we did this. Yeah, I posted something on Facebook. By the way, this is the only the second time that I have put this number out there on any other platform other than Facebook. Now, those of you probably know when you post something like this on Facebook, it's not going to perform well because Facebook hates it, because they don't want you to be sending people elsewhere, number one, and they certainly don't want other people, your fans, to be contacting you outside of Facebook. Their goal is to get people to stay on their platform. So usually their algorithm will trigger like, he's posting a link to YouTube or whatever, somewhere to bring people away. They don't like that. So the post did not perform well, but a ton of people started messaging me. And when I started answering people, I said I would get back to them. But when I did, this isn't really you. So I had to, in some cases, really convince people that it was me. Got that? Good. Oh, wow. Wow, you guys are really. Okay, this is actually a really good idea. Can you give me your name? Wow. Okay. Love that idea. Somebody just gave me a collab idea. It's really cool, man. And congrats, dude, on your sleep videos. Somebody just said that they create YouTube sleep videos with their own composed music, and they just started in December. They already have 11,000 subscribers. That's incredible. That's really cool. So yeah, I love it, dude. Let's do it. Hi, Jack. Somebody said, "Hey, how are you? What's your name?" Boom. Thank you for being you, making others feel a lot better. Appreciate all you do. Yes. Hey, Logan. And I'll write later when I'm off YouTube. Okay, cool. There's a bunch actually on here now from you guys. I promise you. I will, well, not as many as I thought. Let's see, one, two. I'll tell you exactly how many of you out of the 92 live right now, how many of you actually texted me. Here's the number one more time. It's not as many as I thought, actually. There it is. I just put it down. Text Jack to 855 936 1991. Okay. And it's in the chat here. So there is, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14. 14 so far. That's not nearly as many as I thought. I was going back and forth a few times, different people. That's I think what happened. So 14. Now a couple more. Feel free to do that. Actually, this would be a good way to find some people that need a good prank call too. So anyway, it is me, is my point. I'm not, it's not somebody else. I do have somebody else helping me filter some of the messages sometimes, but whenever I do this and say, I'm going to respond, I really am going to respond. Okie dokie. Wow. You're part of a great legacy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The old man voice is very good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Amber? Let me see. Let me see. Wow. I don't know how to respond to this one. I'll hold on. Hold on a second. Folsom. I know it well. Lived in, oops. Jennifer just replied to you. I like this one. I just had a FaceTime call with Christian just a little while ago. Hey, Jack, Cameron here. Cameron. Forwarding kids all the time. Say, hey, girl, first. Would be an awesome shout out to them if you drop a hey, girl in one of your videos. Okay. Hey, girl. Okay. I'm responding, guys, right now to people.
What?
I love Christian. Can't wait to work with him again. All right, what else? What else here? So, anyway, hopefully you see. Yes. Brandon, so glad you reach out. Let me go here and go. Brandon, put you back in my phone because there we go. Done.
Oh, you're done.
Let me see. Bookstore where everyone's trying to stay quiet. Oh, I saw you once was too scared to say hi. This was back in 2014. Old days. Golly. Been watching you for 16 years. Wow. Got myself a Pooter too. Amazing. True. Did a prank at the Grammys. Told Nicki Minaj it's like a headless chicken spinning around in midair. That's right. She told me something. What did she say? Do you know the rest of that? Nicki Minaj. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to read these. Wow. Jack, you helped me really get through a lot of abuse growing up. The videos are truly a gift. Thank you for the humor. 16 plus years of watching. Wow, dude. Tony, man, I that means so much to me. Thank you for sharing that story. It's yeah, gosh. It's funny, man, the power of laughter. People have so much hurt, so much stuff going on in their lives we have no idea and don't realize it. And just making someone laugh can be so impactful to their life. There's a lot of power. There's a lot of power there. There's a lot of power in laughter, believe me. Okay, one more time. What the heck? Here's another one. Chat, boom, boom. I put it in the chat again. If you're just joining us, you can text me right now. 855. Make sure you please do this. Most of you are not doing this, but if you do me a favor and you choose to text me, make sure you first text the word Jack, if you don't mind, to 855 936 1991. That's 855 936 1991. Good year. A good year. Hey, Jackson, did you know in 1991 is the last four numbers of the number where people could text me? And 1991 was a good year.
Really?
Yeah, it's a pretty good year. It was the year that I should have graduated high school, but I didn't, son.
Why were you stupid?
My friends did. My friends graduated high school.
You know why he didn't?
Do you know why? I dropped out of high school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot.
Before that, before 1991. I didn't even wait till the final year. I had just started my junior year and decided I didn't want to go anymore. And so I didn't. But here I am. What's my message for you kids? Don't go to school. It's a waste of time. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, some of it is. Some of it is. Emma, please don't ever say that again. 1991, I was 2, she says. What in the world? Where is that? Jack, we watch you from Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan? Even when my parents don't understand everything and still laugh so much watching you, you refresh our energy and make us happy. Oh, thank you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. You asked me, Nicki Minaj's favorite song. She told you that's great. It's like a head, and you said that's great. Headless Chicken Minute, and then she called you a psycho. Yes, that's true. That's true. Nicki Minaj called me a psycho.
Did you really?
She, yes,
When? When did that ever happen?
at the Grammys.
Yeah, the Grammys.
For what? Just because of what you do?
No, because I was interviewing her.
Oh, I remember that video.
You remember that? Yeah. Yeah. What an opportunity. I jumped at that opportunity. George Lopez called and said, hey, we want to send you to the Grammys. I said, all right, let's go. They were watching my nonsense videos, and he had his TV show on TBS. And this was the Grammys night when Gaga came out in this ridiculous egg. And she, like, this big egg. And she had people carrying her, you know, on the carpet. And I don't even think you could see her. She was in an egg. Like a covered egg. It was wild, man. It was I think it was either 2013 or 2014.
And then you reenacted it.
Oh yeah, and then I reenacted it. So when I went on George Lopez, it was like maybe an hour or two before going on the show to talk about the Grammys the next day. And all of a sudden these dudes started showing up in like these tight pink t-shirts, all these guys. And I'm like, what are they doing here tonight? And I look over and here's this big cracked egg and then somebody from the team came over to me and said, "Yeah, you're gonna enter the stage on in the egg. We're gonna carry you out in the egg." And I went, "Dude, yeah, that's a good way to make an entrance on television." And so they put me in it when it was time, and they picked up these poles and carried me out on this egg on stage. I'm sure you could find it online or something, but yeah, that was really fun. If you get a chance to, yeah, it really was. Mork from Ork. Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. Good night. Good night, Herbert. Herbertus or Herbert. I never know when the words go together. I'm not really sure where to stop and start. Are you a fan of the Shrek films? Yeah, absolutely. You're a legend. Wishing you all the from Ghana, West Africa. Wow, you're known in Africa. Oh my gosh, Lone Wolf. Come on, you didn't have to do that. Been following you for a decade, brother. I chose work instead of chasing the girl of my dreams for a family. Wow. You have awesome kids and bring joy to the world. What's that decision you make each day that pushes you forward in the best way? Oh, it's my kids. There's no question. There's no question in my mind that it is my kids. That is the decision. First of all, Lone Wolf, ridiculously generous super chat. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. I will answer your question. When I was early 20s, moved out to LA, pursued acting. I was in a bunch of movies, did a lot out there in the short few months that I was there. I worked every day just about as an actor. And I could tell you some crazy, crazy stories, but I was living my dreams at that time. And I thought, oh, this is going to be really cool. And then I discovered some other things about Hollywood and, being in that circle and stuff like that I didn't necessarily care for. And just down the street from my apartment where we lived was a place called the Little Brown Church of the Valley, Little Brown Church in the Valley. And I would go there. It was open 24 hours a day. The doors was open. So late at night, at the end of a work day or whatever, I would go in there. Sometimes it was midnight, and I would go in, sit by myself. I was always by myself. I would pray. And anyway, after being out there for a few months, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months. Might have been longer than that, actually. It might have been more like 6 or 7. I moved back home to Northern California, met my wife, and 5 kids later, found myself realizing, I had stopped pursuing what I had always dreamed of and spent a lot of time in prayer. And instead of praying for what I wanted to come true, I really tried to kind of seek the Lord, I think. And once I got to that point, then he gave me what the real desires of my heart was. People always say, well, he's going to give you the desires of your heart. But you have to understand what the desires of your heart actually, what we want sometimes with our mind based on what we see visually. It's not always the desires of your heart. God is the one who really knows what's going to make you happy. And so here I was, it's a funny story, long story. I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but it's pretty wild. One day I realized I got all these kids. I had 3 actually at the time when I started my YouTube channel. And I was still just pursuing, selling this thing and trying to figure it all out, so I started a YouTube channel. Well, around that time, we were also having our fourth child and then our fifth. And so it was a gradual, by the time we had our TV show, it was the TV show in 2012. And then there was like a bunch of shows that I was on, and I started getting in the spotlight a little bit. And then in 2014, we had a reality show. And then one day I realized, wow, like the thing that made me the most happy in my life was my family. I couldn't have known that at the time when I was a dumb kid in LA, meeting all these celebrities and hanging out with all these celebrities. It was actually very empty. It felt very empty, and it felt very meaningless being out there. So it was, I can tell you this. This is what I find really ironic. Now, listen to me. Pay attention to this. One day, I had this realization that God wanted me to, at some level, experience some of what I was aiming towards when I was in my early 20s. But I wasn't ready. It would have destroyed me, would have killed me maybe. So here I am all these years later. I got a family, married, kids. And now he starts to slowly kind of say, I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to put you out here. And then listen, I thought I was going to be Leonardo DiCaprio back then. Okay. We're the same age, by the way. Not, I don't know, what's another analogy for a guy that just, makes fart sounds. And so I didn't see that part of it coming. But I get so much enjoyment out of it. Making people laugh however you can, I highly recommend it. It's a pretty incredible thing. And I've been able to have real conversations with people. I've been able to get people to the point where they start laughing, and they're a little bit easier to talk to. And the next thing you know, you're having a serious conversation with them. You're praying with them or whatever. And I've met a lot of people that way. And so I'm just kind of going along this journey, praying that God will guide and direct and, keep everything going. I will tell you, I'm really excited at this particular point in my life because this allowed me, I think this served as a stepping stone that I could kind of get out there on some kind of a platform, make people laugh, hopefully put a smile on people's faces, which I thoroughly enjoy. And it has been a segue for me to go from that to doing things like movies, TV shows, meeting a lot of people. I've always really had a passion for faith-based films. I've always wanted to make them better. And in 2020, I met my favorite, hands down, my favorite Christian singer of all time. His name is Carmen. And some of you watching this right now probably know what I'm about to say because you've been following me long enough over the last few years to know this is a project that I've been working on for a long time. And after I met him, we became friends. And he died too soon. And I ended up getting the life rights to his story, to tell his life story in a movie. So we're working on that right now. You can go to carmen.com if you want to check that out. And I started a production company recently called Vale Vision. You can go check that out too, valevision.com. And it's incredible. So we're working on a movie about Carmen's life, an amazing story, impacted millions of people in the 80s and 90s. After that, we're working on a feature film about his life. We're working on a documentary about him, his life. After that, we're doing the true story about an event in Los Angeles in 1906 called the Azusa Street Revival. And then we've got comedies in the works after that. A real fun. I can't say too much about other things past those first two projects, but I think you're all going to be really excited. And you can get a hint about some of the things that I'm doing by going to IMDb, and you can look at my profile on IMDb and kind of start to put some pieces together and figure some things out. So I guess my point in getting back to you, Lone Wolf, is to say that my family is everything to me, and still dinging over here. And sometimes when you stop trying to force your own, what you think are your desires, and they are, I guess, your desires, but when you stop that, instead you say, I want to be guided by you. I want your will to be done in my life. And you look up and have that God moment. Then he sometimes he kind of takes you the long route, you know? You don't get there quite maybe sometimes as quick as you would like to get there, but you end up getting there, but it's just a little different, but it's better. It's better. I have a lot of stories. I should write a book about my stories. You would not believe some of the stuff that happened real early on in my life in LA. I'm gonna have to talk about it once. I'll have to talk about it. I'll give you a quick little thing since we're on the topic, because I'm sort of strolling down memory lane here and thinking about stuff that I did, even some dumb stuff that I did. But in 95, 6, somewhere around there, maybe 96, Romeo and Juliet came out, the movie. And that's kind of what everybody knew Leonardo DiCaprio for at that time. And I went out and I worked on this movie that I worked on for 3 weeks. I gotta plug in my laptop here. It's a movie that I worked on for like 3 weeks. And it was a movie about, starts off in black and white, and it slowly becomes color throughout the movie. And Tobey Maguire was the star of the movie. I don't know how much of this I want to say right now, but anyway, I got to know everybody from the movie, and there was a scene where I got hired as an extra, and they call that background acting. I was an extra. And I went out for what I thought was going to be 2 days, ended up being 3 weeks, because I got lucky, and I went out, and the director, Gary Ross was the director, and he was looking for a couple of guys, and so somebody came around and they found the guys that they were looking for, and I was one of those guys. I think they picked 3 guys, and we went over, and they gave us these armbands and everything, and they said, okay, we want you to do this. You're going to go over here. And then we did one scene, and then after that, they're like, "All right, that's it. Those are the guys." And then so I ended up staying, and that happened, I think, on day 2. And then it was every day for 2.5 weeks, and that was the beginning of a long 6 months. It kind of went by quickly, but a lot happened in I don't think it was 6 months. I think it was a little less than that. But anyway, there were some crazy things that happened from that. Some of it probably should be used as a testimony or something like that. Anyway, sorry, I got off on a tangent. Sorry. It's okay, Lone Wolf. I'm just now reading your message. Sorry, getting down the weeds, real life stuff, but I really appreciate these little lessons some of us need in life. Dude, I hear you, brother, and I appreciate the gift. I hope that helped a little bit. I have a tendency sometimes to stray off from the point, and sometimes never even quite circle back to the point. So I apologize if that happened. I hope you got something out of that. Hope at least it helped a little. I will, angry hubby. I'm going to try. What? Wait, where'd it go? I'm sorry. I didn't read any of these, so let me catch up real quick. Just want to say I'm really happy you still do what you do. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And then Rep Soul 619 say, I need to make a run to the outhouse, lay some cable. Don't want to miss anything. It's okay. Okay. That's great. Are these projects going to be sad? Yes. Ajax Vale, what's the occasion for going live? Hey man, I just felt like it, really. These lives are few and far between, but I do really enjoy doing it. And, oh, how many people joined? Amber said. I don't know. Let me look. Let me see how many people joined. Oh, holy smokes. A lot more. I got a lot of people to get back to here. Wow. Okay. I guess I have to prove to you that it's really me reading all these text messages. It really is. Look, I'll do this one more time. I just put it in the text. Okay. Oh, Mr. Dwayne has a really good point here. He said, well, he's asking a really good question anyway. He said, do you watch your older videos? I love to sometimes go through my older videos and watch that stuff because it inspires me to I want to go out and do it again. Even my kids, Jackson always tells me, you gotta go out and do this video again. He's constantly discovering videos that he forgot about or didn't know was there. He's like, Dad, this is funny. You got to do this again. And yeah, he's right. He's right. I really got to go out and do some of that stuff again. Amen. I love Carmen. Revival is one of my. Wow, that's great. Oh, wow. Amber's watching me on her television set. Nice. Hey, I'm back. My phone died. Okay. All right. No problem, Lucas. Glad you're here. More nonsense. Jack, what is your all-time favorite video of yours? That's pretty rough. My favorite video series I ever did, like regular videos, because most videos I did several of one particular idea. Unchap is my favorite thing that I ever did. It's creative, a lot of fun. Oh, I better look at this. Thank you for not being shy about your. Oh, thanks for sharing your faith and love of family. Jack, thanks for not being shy about sharing your walk with the Lord. Hey, absolutely. What? Let's see. Thanks for the encouraging words. Can I get your name? Hang on 1 second, please. Sorry, guys. Forever.
You know the song?
Absolutely, dude. Bring that over here.
Hold on.
The Beach Boys?
Uh-huh.
Come
I didn't
on.
know this song until Jalen showed it to me. I was like,
Oh, I love that song so much, dude. Forever with the Beach Boys. There's a version of it with John Stamos singing it.
yeah.
Is that the one?
No, this is just the Beach Boys.
Okay. Dude, play the one with John Stamos. See if you can find that one too. The Hoff 757 just responding to him. Wow, you guys are still doing this. This is cool. All right, just I have to be like, I just put it again in the chat so you can see it. You can text like I'm asking you guys to, but literally nobody's doing it. So here's the thing: when you text the word Jack in all caps, it's I have it set up that way on the back end so that it automatically kind of gives me permission to text you. SMS is weird, man. They you have to get somebody's permission before, and you would think it's enough permission for them to text you at all, but it's not. They want to specifically know that you're opting in for so that I can text you in the future. And by the way, I am going to use this to market to you, just so you know. Not a ton, but sometimes when something new's going on, or maybe I'm going to do a meetup somewhere, or there's a Pooter sale or whatever, I will send out a text to you. But what I'm also doing is I'm spending at least 30 minutes a day, but in most cases an hour, going through the messages and responding just like I am here. It's kind of hard for me to awkwardly be silent and do this right now while I'm also trying to talk to you here, but I will do it. I promise I will. What does this say? Yeah, dude. Cool. Please send your name. And let's start there. Dude. I have a lot of catching up to do. Wow. Wow. Thank you guys for yeah, for doing this. Very cool. Let me see. Let me Jimmy Kimmel. Yes, that's right. See, Amber said I will never guess. She said I'll never guess her text to me. Okay. I'm sure you're right. I have like I don't know, man. Oh, okay, no, that's fine. All right. All right, let me answer some of these. Listen, here's what I promise I'm going to do, and then let's just stop right there, okay? in the chat. I'm going to post it one more time, and then I'm going to say this. Send, okay? Text Jack to 855-936-1991. That's 855-936-1991. And here's my promise to you. Not right this minute, but as soon as I say goodbye to this live stream, I will go on here and I will respond to every single text message personally, okay? If you want me to call you tomorrow on the phone, I can do that as well. You're going to go to, let me get that link for you real quick. Took me just a second. All right, here's the link. That link right there is for you to buy a Pooter at a discount, okay? So it's a discount link. And when you do it, I'm going to call you on the phone personally tomorrow. I'm going to see that you used this link, so it's going to be easy for me to keep track, okay? I'll call you tomorrow, and I'm going to ask you if you have a friend or family member that needs to be pranked, and we're going to get them. We're going to prank them, okay? I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. So answer your phone if you don't recognize the number and you do this. It's going to be me, not somebody else, okay? My family and I love your videos. My 2-year-old son now says, Anona. The translation is, what was that? Whenever he hears the Pooter sound, whenever he says your name, a New Jack Vale video. That's awesome. Have you ever thought about writing a memoir? Yeah, I have actually. I got some wild stories, dude. You would absolutely not believe the crazy stories. Okay, I won't get into it too much right here because it's got to be in context. Otherwise, it's just random stuff. But when we get on the topic, I will definitely get into some of that stuff and tell you some stuff that you won't believe. What was that? You should make Amber a moderator. What a great idea. Amber Lindsay, add as moderator. Yeah, that's a great idea. Here you go, Amber. I just made you. I don't even know if you want to be it. Do you even want that? Do you want to be a moderator? I just made you one. Hopefully, you will want to do that. Anyway, I will buy the book. Just saying, dude. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's. I think you're right. I think you're definitely right. I think that's not a bad idea. Wow. Conspiracy cracker. Wow. I love, dude. I love your comment. That was video. That was such a long time ago. Man, oh man. It's hard to do. It's hard to do the voice. Let's see if I can do it. It's very weird voice to do. Boy, man, do you know? I don't know if I can do it right now, man. I've been talking so much. Usually, how to get two boys. Two boys out of my tool shed. Dude, those videos are so dumb. Can you tell me how to get? Yeah, I'll have to. I got to do so many of these videos, dude. I got to do so many of these videos again. Whenever it seems like whenever I get on a live and I read your live comments, it makes me even more so want to get into these old, like revisit these old videos and do them all over again. I've been on for 2 hours on this live. Can you believe it? I just saw the time. What? It says I've been on here for 2 hours. I can't believe it. Yes, I do. Do you remember playing Rosie and the old man with the phone survey? Yes, I do, Tony. 25 years as an educator. They're trying to force me to retire and I can't afford. What? I can't afford to? You can't afford to what? Sounds like Hank Hill. I know. I'm gonna have to wait, but I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it soon. I will do it soon. Good night, Hoff. Greetings from Sacramento. Been a fan since 2015. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I lived in Roseville for a long time. I know Sacramento well, and I was born and raised in a little town just a little south of there called Lodi. You're amazing, Amber. I appreciate you. Thank you. Unchap for life, Lone Wolf. Let's go. That makes me want to show you a picture so bad, dude. Let me look at it, see if it's something that I can share. I'm not 100% sure. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Let me see. I have to cover. I'm going to do it, but I have to cover some of it up. Let me make sure that I'm covering it. I got to cover the bottom because the bottom says where it's going to be. And these are network, these are distribution conversations that we're having. So let me make sure it's covered up. I might get in trouble if I say for sure, like it's there now, but I better hang tight. But I'm going to show you most of it. Okay. Let me make sure I don't screw this up. I think I can do this. Let me see. So there you go. Boom. Hopefully I didn't show too much. I think that works. Yeah. So anyway, I'll give you more info as soon as I have it. It's legit. It's legit, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be. I wish I could tell you more. But it's going to be great. It's going to be a combination of everything that you would want in Unchap. And so anyway, do you still have family in OC? No, we're all here. We're in Florida right now, and always find some of them French fried potatoes. So somebody said, You can always find some French fried taters over there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. French fried taters. Mm-hmm. I did a video like that a long time ago, walking around Walmart telling everybody, you reckon I know where I can get me some of them French fried potatoes? um, all right, I'll hang out for a few more minutes. Let me see if I see what I missed up here. Hold on. I bought 2 Pooters. I took your advice on using a little chapstick when pooting and makes it even more realistic sounding. Okay, nice. Good. Hoff. Oh wait, I think Hoff didn't Hoff say he went to bed. He said, "Oh no, Jack tricked us." What was it? What was that trick all about? I do still have the Pooter. I got it right here. Pretty amazing, right? Everybody can do this. Did you know that? Everybody has the ability to do it. It's just that it's a learned skill. Like anybody can do it. You just have to practice. Some people don't have to practice. Some people take it out. I've seen people go immediately when they take it out of the package. But that's what it sounds like. And here it is. There's the proof that it works, and it does sound like this. So for anybody who says, it doesn't work like in the videos, yes, it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do this in the videos, right? I mean, it's common sense. So it works. It absolutely does work. Oh, I like that little deep tone at the end, you know? Connor Wolf just sent me a Facebook message. How you doing, Connor Wolf? Good to see you. Lone Wolf, I've got a question for you. Okay, I think I'm figuring it out. Okay. Okay. So I see the purple. I hate asking these questions because it's probably stuff I should know, but I don't know it. I see a little purple thing by your name with the crown with the number 1 thing. I'm assuming that's because you did a super chat that was the highest during this live stream. And I can tell that that's it because I think beneath you is Scotty, and then beneath that is Amber. So that all makes sense to me for those three. But then, wait, no, now there's more. There's more. Those have, I guess you, how does that work? Like you did a super chat for a certain amount, and so YouTube places you with different badges or colors or whatever. And then what about everybody below that? Because there's some people on this list of like 10 people. There's something. What is this? What does XP mean? I don't even know what that means. Does anybody know what this means? Peekaboo. 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 Do I know who Crispin Glover are? You're watching. You're asking the one of the biggest Back to the Future fans if he knows who Crispin Glover is. Of course. Oh, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I'll randomly mess with somebody for fun, just to kind of make their day, throw them off a little bit. Infinite Love 767 became a new member. I appreciate that. Infinite Love. Thank you for that. Bulls fan 2021 says that Jesus would not be proud of Trump or you, Jack. Well, I'm not going to get into politics here, but I will say that that is not a factual statement because you are referring to Jesus, number one, in the past tense. Saying he would not be proud means he's either deceased or what else is there? It's something in the past tense, but he's alive and well. Certainly, he's here with us. I mean, I know he's in my heart. So to say he would or would not something is kind of like if somebody was in the room and you said they would not like, you could just talk to them and ask. You could just be right here with them and be like, hey, what do you think? What do you think about this? I don't think it's our job necessarily to run around telling people that stuff. But anyway, it means yeah, the most interactive, and it gives you a badge on this. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. There's a snake in your boot. Ooh, Butterbean. Oh man, such a sad and possibly true statement. Yeah, it's interesting because people want me to speak out, say things. Hey, am I keeping you up, Jackson?
Huh?
Am I keeping you up?
No.
I just realized how late it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy. He's sleeping down here. I'm trying to give people a break, which is what I usually do from all of the stuff going on out there in the world. But I'm just like everybody else. I have opinions about everything, and I have thoughts and I feelings about what's going on, and all the, I mean, all of that stuff. I think about those things a lot. Sometimes too much. But one of the things I love about what I do is I have the opportunity to give people a break. And I like that. It seems like everybody's speaking out. You can't really escape it. So I think my goal for the most part is to You know, there's enough people out there giving you their opinion about things. So why wouldn't I want to just be not even in the middle? I don't even mean that. I just mean completely separate from what's going on there. We all have a right to have our opinion about things, vote for who we want to vote for, all of that stuff. But essentially, like, I don't think anybody's going to make a real major decision when it comes to that or change their feelings on something because I feel a certain way about something. The only thing that I have always been adamant about is I will never be shy about my faith in God, my faith in who Jesus is, and I will never discriminate, meaning if I see you coming, I don't care if you're white, black, yellow, brown. I don't care. I'm going to use this on you, and you better be ready. But you won't be, because you'll see it. You won't see it coming. You won't see it coming. It's going to happen to you. All right, guys. I love you. And thank you for putting up with it. I can't believe it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes, but I've really enjoyed answering all of these questions. This is incredible. Now, one more time, I'm going to insert this link in the bottom here. If you go to the Pooter.com and you buy a Pooter right now, this is a discount link. It's a discount code, and it's attached to this link. Here it goes. Ready? I'm going to post it. Here it goes. And go. It's in the description. There it is. The Pooter.com, the discount code. Not that you need to know it because you can just click on the link, but it's YT Live. YT is for YouTube. YT Live is the discount code. You'll get 10% off your order. Doesn't matter what. You can order whatever you want. And I will call you on the phone personally tomorrow because, you know, when you do the thing, you got to put your address so I can ship you a Pooter and your phone number. I will call you tomorrow and I will just say, hey, how's it going? And I will ask you if you have a friend or family member that you would like me to prank, and we will get them. And we'll get them good. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this. I've had a lot of fun. I don't know about you, but God bless you. Thanks for joining, and I will see you tomorrow.